It's your girl, CYNETHA Jade, Much Love and Light Collective. So, we're getting off to a bang so far on a Monday morning. All right, I'm on here again, you guys. I don't know what's going on. I'm on here a little later than planned, but I'm here and I'm happy to be here. All right, so I forgot we already pulled from that one. We are going to be pulling from the Akashic Tarot today, you guys. And I also consulted the messages from the Guides Oracle to get your message today. And I could be speaking to a Libra, a Pisces, a Virgo, or a Cancer. It does not have to be the case, you guys. It's still a general collective message. I just like to, every now and again, pull from the decks that give me archetypes as to more specificity. My God, Mercury retrograde and a Monday. Yikes. Okay. So again, Libra, Pisces, Virgo, or Cancer came out of the deck. Somebody could be notorious for being fashionably late, I see. Somebody here, whether you're Piscean energy or not, does believe in love at first sight. I too believe in that, so I share in your sentiment there. We've got Virgo coming out. All right, I know there's like a lot of transits and stuff right now, Virgo. Try to just be like in that zen, calm, peaceful, baseline serenity type vibes, because I do see that there might be some people around that might try to challenge that, okay? This too shall pass. No worries, Virgo, or anyone who can resonate with that. Quite frankly, you don't have to be a Virgo to, to get that kind of experience. But Cancer, you may have recently gone through a breakup. Give yourselves grace, okay? You know what? If you lose something or someone, chances are you get something or someone even better, all right? As long as you don't give up, of course, right? Which is never on the menu anyhow, so no worries there, right, collective? Right. All right. Happy Monday, you guys. I do see that whoever I'm speaking to, whomever will resonate with this particular session, really has gone through a lot, which kind of feels like an understatement, okay? Even as I say it, right? And consulting the messages from the guides, your official message is really this first one out the deck, okay? Accept struggles as lessons. But really, whomever I'm speaking to, you are being asked at this time to honor your path for what it is versus what it is not anymore, perhaps, okay? Journey Within came out, and I do know, because of another card that I had already gone ahead and pulled, with this Magic is Alive, Ask Your Divine Child, you're being asked to go in to the within, all right, to have a chat with your inner child, okay? Maybe there is some inspiration to be shared. Maybe there is some aspect of remembrance, okay, to be, you know, garnered from said conversation. There's some aspects of forgiveness for self as well, that's needed to be had, whether this is connecting simply and solely to that inner child or not, okay? I'm not necessarily getting that one, you guys. Love and Light Series 12, Love and Light M Grace. So I feel like that's more of a generalized situation. And you know what? I did forget to consult that deck. Usually when I see aspects of forgiveness specifically for one's self-connected collective, I like to, one second, I like to consult that deck. Oh. All right. And that is the Self-Forgiveness Oracle. So let me go ahead and do that just now, since I'm talking about it. Because I'm of a mind sometimes, I'm like, okay, if I'm talking about something long enough, I better go ahead and do it before I get confused and think that I did it, kind of thing. And I'll be like after the live, like, oh no, the deck's sitting there. Like, whoopsie. All right, so this card states, I forgive myself for misinterpreting life's attempts to redirect me to something better as rejection. Ooh, we've all been there, right? Like, it's like, no. You know, this should be the case. This should be the outcome. This should be my lover. And the divine's like, no. We got so much better. Wait, could you just look over here for a second to figure out where the heck we're trying to direct you so that you can stop trying to shoot yourself in the foot here, right? Um, Instead, choose to believe that by not creating attachments, even to outcomes, you guys, take people off the table. Some of us have really had to learn that you shouldn't even be attached to an outcome so harshly, right? So by not creating attachments to a specific outcome, you may be able to be moved to the experience of something even more rewarding, it's like I just said, than you can currently imagine. And it seems like that is par for the course of the struggle, aka lesson. All right. And again, consulting the inner child is really something that is it's a directive. It's like, well, I mean, unless and until you want to fix this, I mean, you'd have to consult the inner child, right? You'd have to journey within. You'd have to make time for it. Then you'd have to also, even before making time, you'd have to believe that you could actually action that out. You'd have to believe that the divine would meet you where you may be found. You'd have to believe that you are connected to it. And again, by it, I'm referencing divinity. Okay? So forgive yourselves for not knowing everything. Guess what? You're not here to know everything always and in all ways anyhow, so take the pressure off, even according to divine right, rule, and agenda. So no worries, okay? The only issue that is like arising potentially from this is if you should actually fall for the hype, give up, settle into some nothingness as if that's what the divine decreed for you. The divine's not going to watch you do all of that, just saying. So that's why we're talking, and that's why they make cards about it. So forgive yourselves, okay? You're not here to know everything anyhow. How could you come here to learn if you already knew? Makes sense? And anyone here, whether they are aware or not, is here to do just that, learn and grow their souls, okay? So, sounds like you're right on target, if I do say so myself. But I digress. Let's take a look at what this actual oracle statement is referable to. Again, accepting struggles, all right, not as the end all be all, but understanding them to be lessons, okay? When you understand that some form of storm, struggle, strife, rejection, even, okay, is really a message, it kind of takes the emotionality out of it. It kind of takes the rejection out of it. And you start to find the purpose in it all, right? Instead of just the pain. Accept struggles as lessons. When you acknowledge your relationship to spirit, or source's energy, right? That life force energy you kind of can't get around. That's how you exist, okay? You will begin to understand your role in the bigger picture, okay? Life on earth may seem difficult, but once you accept that the hardships that you encounter are merely set before you in order for you to learn and grow your soul and evolve, okay, then your journey here will become much easier. The important thing is to perceive an obstacle as a tool for growth. You got a bunch of people throwing stones at you, sooner or later, chances are you should realize you can build a bridge to get away from those mofos. Just saying, right? Empower yourselves, alchemize, transmute, do not give up. My goodness. A crow just landed on the scaffolding here, and that is so cool. I don't know. What does it think it's doing? It's like getting closer. Oh. Oh, there's another one. Huh. I don't, the way that I would have to do the camera angle, you guys, I can't show you, and they just left. That's so funny. Huh. I don't know what to make of that. Maybe it'll be clear by the end of the session. That was so weird. It like flew onto the scaffolding and then like inched itself towards me. But then another one came, which is so interesting. We don't normally have crows outside here. And I'm always looking outside. So like I know what I'm saying. I don't know what to make of that. That's so funny. All right. Anywho, the important thing is to perceive an obstacle as a tool for growth. Choose to look at struggles as things that you have chosen to encounter so that you can learn to overcome them. It's exactly what I was saying, really. Instead of as things done to you to make you miserable, right? It really is what you make of it here, you guys, right? It's like at your soul contract, at your core, you came here to really experience all aspects of what you've already overcome. And again, it kind of goes back to you don't know everything, so you got to learn. How would you learn without some form of catalytic event or energy or ideation, right? Change is inevitable here because, again, you're here to learn and grow your soul. And it's really part and parcel of the divine agenda. The divine that backs you, expects you to do just that. And the divinity within you, gosh, it came back. One of them came back. One of the birds. Oh, it's eating. Huh. Interesting. Okay. But it really is what you make of it. Like, you know, you can go through, two people can go through the same, like, traumas, dare I say abuse, right? And one person gets so caught up, they're going from support group to support group, they're crying, they're sharing, they're crying, they're sharing, they're crying, they're sharing. Okay. And I'm not knocking support, I'm not knocking support groups or therapy. What I don't stand for, and again, going back to divinity, right, is staying stuck in that residual loop energy. Could you imagine if you had to experience, you know, the loss of someone or something? And, you know, it's one thing to say, well, you know, I'll never get over them. I'll never get over that. Okay. But to the point, level, and measure of you no longer functioning, absolutely not, because you're still here and you're still here with purpose. Okay. So, person number two can go through the same abuse, the same trauma. Okay. And, you know, maybe they too are going to the support groups. But on the back end, okay, they have found ways to transmute that pain into power. So much so that they go on to help others. And isn't that a more beautiful after effect? Just saying. Especially if you had to go through the abuse anyhow. And I'm not here over glorifying or glorifying really at all abuse. But we do need to be mindful that our experiences, okay, we either signed up for or we signed up for, whether we had awareness of it or not, okay? And I know that's a really bitter pill to swallow most days. I get it on a personal note, in case anyone wondered, all right? However, you know, truth be truthin', right? Some truths are easier to swallow, perhaps, than others, okay? I guess I'm just getting hungry. Just, I don't know why I'm like, okay, anyways. I do have to actually eat breakfast, but you guys, the choice is yours. If life on Earth was not problematic, then it wouldn't be such a compelling adventure for the courageous soul. And you guys, I don't know if you're aware of this or not, but not every soul, just because is created, makes it to this realm. It's not for the faint at heart. It's a very, if I do say so myself, overly emotional dimension. Okay. Did you ever have an emotion that made your day a little bit harsher or harder, perhaps, to endure? Right? That's a telltale sign of your strength. Okay? It's not a weakness to acknowledge that there are some harsh realities out there to face. Love and light, Sammy Jade, right? Love and light, eat me. It's important that you search for the meaning behind each struggle so you can comprehend the lesson and what is the best way to proceed. The way you handle these obstacles prepares you not only for how to handle them in the future, but what awaits you in the dimension of spirit. The experience you have gathered from encountering struggles factors heavily into the decisions that you and your guides make regarding your future incarnations. You are here to learn. Don't pass up the opportunity because it will only be placed before you again. And for those that don't know, right, again, Earth really is likened to that of school. And unless until you learn certain lessons into certain measures and degrees, you will not advance. You will, in fact, be in some form of, dare I say, residual loop. And it looks like from one incarnation to the next, you're faced with similar experiences because you are still expected to finish out the coursework that you're here and contracted, dare I say, to perform, to learn, to grow from. Love and light, Cassandra. Ooh, eat me. I hope your sleep experiences get better soon. Yikes. I don't even know how you willingly lay it down, really. All of the stuff that you go through. Oh my gosh. Cleanse. All right. But you guys, be mindful to forgive yourselves as needed, right? Like, how could you get through an entire life and understand on top of it that other people from a time or two, from one lifetime or timeline to the next, may require some grace be afforded unto them, but for you, that's never a thing, especially from you to you. That's toxic. It's backwards. It's almost inside out, you guys. Don't be that one. All right. You really do have to face yourselves, because you are here to learn and grow your soul, and you are here to live out a lifestyle of self-love. Okay, now why is that? Well, because when you refract your origin all the way back, it goes onto source, aka divinity. All right. So really can't get around it. And again, you're here to learn and grow your soul for divinity. Makes sense? You're part of it. So let's get to your message from the Eyes of the Soul Oracle. I was guided to this morning. And here we are talking about arise from the ashes of despair. Okay. And this particular artwork, for those wondering, is entitled oh gosh, there's a glare. Glastonbury Phoenix. Okay. Surrender, feel the pain, then move on. Exactly. See, going from one support group to the next, going from one friend to the next, talking about your, whatever is ailing you over and over and over is not necessarily conducive to growing, to alchemizing and transmuting pain, right? It's really, oh my God. Wait, hold on one second. I have no idea why. I have never seen a bird do that. Holy. That wasn't one of the crows though. Pretty sure that was a robin. I hope everything's okay. I just saw a bird. I don't even know how it would do that. It just dropped. It was on the wire, and it's on top of, it's a wire on top of a very high pole. I don't know if it's a telephone pole, you guys, or not. It's very high, whatever this wooden pole is. And on the top of it, there's some form of apparatus with, allowing the wire to run across it. And the bird was on the wire, and it didn't fall. It just looked like it just dropped. But it just dropped like several feet so fast, like, and there's nothing but ground underneath there. So I didn't see it fly. Like, oh my gosh, did it get electrocuted? Hold on. Whew. What is going on with the birds this morning? I mean, birds do speak of messages, but okay. Anyways, speaking of birds, let's focus on the phoenix here from Glastonbury. Sorry, collective. Hold on. I didn't expect this. I just never in my life. Okay, hold on. Gather your strength and take up your sword of truth. Cut away what is not needed in your life. You guys, right now, you're to be engaging with New Earth energy, which doesn't look like anything talking about people, places, and things that are not worthy of having access to you. People, places, and things that are harming you, hurtful towards you, having access to you. So if you know you're sitting there, listen to this message, and you got mofos around you that you know should not have access to you. It's up to you to fix that. It's up to you to make that change. You should. You're being guided to, even right now through this message. All right, so again, going back to this 1989 art, again, entitled Glastonbury Phoenix. In this painting, inspiration comes from the enduring phoenix, who sometimes sacrifices him or herself for the greater good in order to illuminate humanity. The knight contemplates this while meditating on the best course of action to take. After laying down his sword and approaching the sacred well with humility, the Grail appears to him, offering direction and a new path on the well-worn road to self-realization and enlightenment. Okay, so again, a card about you doing the work, you facing you with you authentically, right? In order to gain some form of illumination, gain some form of divine inspiration and or self-realization. All part and parcel of your enlightenment package. Ooh, love that for you. All right. So you guys, giving up is not on the menu. Definitely check in with the inner child as well for other aspects of inspiration and, dare I say, guidance. I'm going to ring the bell in just a moment, but I want to bang out the tarot message and close out the session firstly. There could be some significance to the number 3, 18, or 9. You could be seeing ones. 111 comes to mind. You could be seeing 77, as well as 5s. All right. Doesn't have to be the case, you guys. But Archangel Gabriel, I almost said Michael, so it's kind of giving like a 2-for-1, right? Angelic realm assistance for you, right? Love and Light Freaky Jade, Love and Light the Beautiful Goddess, okay, is assisting you, and by you I mean the architect, okay? This is you, they made cards about it, just saying, so serious. And why would an architect card come out? Well, we're talking about New Earth. Welcome. You are actively co-creating, same with who? The life force energies we've been speaking about, okay? Right now, in current energies, you're like, yeah, but everything's all up in the air. There's a bunch of what ifs and I don't knows, right? And the whole time, I need you to know the divine guidance. I'm looking at that bird again. One of them's back. You are on track, okay? I know you feel like you're not, and you better stop thinking that you are not, okay? So that the feelings can dissipate as well, right? But also so that you can get on with the getting on, because irregardless, the truth of the matter is, you are right where you ought to be for such a time as this. And I know some of you are saying, well, I don't really like all aspects of where I am. And this too shall pass. Keep learning, keep growing, put up a boundary, access denied as applicable, and see what happens, right? Because you are on this journey and you are purposely on this journey. And again, I say, you are right where you ought to be for such a time as this. Balance is needed here, whether referable simply and solely to the mental space, the heart space, okay, and or work-life balance. Take what resonates there. You know, once you check in, okay, you'd have to check in. I'm not saying you know off the cuff. You'd have to check in. You'd have to F around and find out. Yeah, you'd have to talk to that inner guidance. You'd have to talk to that inner child, right? So give yourself a moment to figure out what all may need balance. But once you do, act like you know, okay? And please understand, even before you get to your little baby steps, you're already divinely supported in this. They make cards about it. Make sense? And this will lead to, most assuredly, wishes fulfilled. Now, it's interesting to me, collective, because again, this is the Akashic Tarot. All right, so we're talking tarot. 5 of Keys, for me, is really, I mean, even if you're talking about swords versus wands, okay, this may be swords because keys are metal, not wood, right? I don't really know. I'm not going to lie to you. But I mean, I didn't make it. And clearly we understand what wishes fulfilled means. And it's so interesting. And I really want to talk about this. Because why the heck would we ever be talking about 5 of Wands even, let alone 5 of Swords, referable simultaneously to wishes fulfilled? Yet it ties in line, very much so, if I do say so myself, with today's message, okay? Because I'm speaking to someone who is like, okay, this looks like this is, you know, like up in the air. It's going to be fragile, even with this card, right? We're talking about, look at the picture of this card, right? It's too high vibes for the message that it carries. It's so interesting. There is something to this illusion. Oh, I'm vibrating with chills now. There is something to this illusion, collective. And let's take a look so we don't fall prey to it. Makes sense? I'm trying to get out the fact that if you're talking about any tarot deck, seriously, you guys, and you're talking about either the 5 of Swords, which is literally the epitome of the conflict card, or the 5 of Wands, which for me and many others is really talking about puck shit, okay? Like, seriously. I don't want to, like, overarch the energies or trying to, like, make it prettier, right? But it just is what it is. the situation is, it's talking about wishes fulfillment in spite of what it looks like. Maybe it does look like it's all up in the air. Maybe it feels that way. And even when it looks like that and feels that way, is it giving that? When you really take a closer look, no, it's giving, oh, hot air balloon. This is like butterfly in the sky, I can fly twice as high. But we're really talking hard about like, oh, iffiness, concern, uncharted territory, feels bad, probably, right? But yeah, look at the picture. That's the truth, right? And yet, there's some balance to this because we can't even look at the picture for the truth of the matter in this card, can we? No, we've got to look at the context, the actual text, dare I say. Wishes fulfilled. So there's something about really understanding, like, okay, normally when I'm being logical minded, you know, my process at being logical is like step 1, step 2, step 3, right? Who cares what the steps are? I'm just trying to eat this out. Bear with me, okay? However, in this current timeline, dare I say New Earth, there's some aspect to like really tweaking that a bit and not really going par for the course of how you maybe autopiloted some aspects of transmutation or alchemy comes to mind, okay? You've got to kind of like bob and weave, right? You got to kind of get almost illogically strategic. It's like, oh, normally I look at the picture to tell me what's going on. Oh, shouldn't do that. Should I? Nope. So when you don't do that, you go, oh, that's clear. Oh, I've got hope. I can keep faith alive, right? Okay. And then it's like, normally, oh, it's the wrong. Archangel Gabriel was like, yes, standing for this message. That's not the card I wanted. And it's like, you know, it's like, okay, well, when I'm dealing with this aspect or this situation or this person, right? Depending on what all we're talking about, collective. It's like, you know, normally I look just to direct connect, just a streamline-ish at the text, at the context here, right? But it's like, you gotta take a closer look at the bigger picture, right? How would you know what to do if you're completely checked out of self? If you're not going into the within, even though you're on a journey, right? You've got to do the work so that you are properly creating a path, a lifestyle, a life, okay, a timeline where you understand that what is seen there, what is experienced there, what is heard there is par for the course of what you desire, what you deserve, what you came to do. All right. And this is just off of the illustration alone, the epitome of that from the collective, really honoring all aspects of their path, all aspects of their self, all aspects of divinity to create that utopia, you guys, we've been talking about for a few weeks now. It is a thing. This is you in New Earth right now. What will you create here? Okay? Because you are already on this journey. There's really no way to get off of it. Even if you thought there were, we already talked about what would happen. You come right back to learn the lesson, to engage, to endure the coursework until you do, until you graduate, until you complete. So, architect, what will you build in this new earth? I'm excited to see, and I really do hope you share. Much love and light, you guys. So the bell has rung, and those that know what to do may do so now. There could be some significance to sixes coming through as well. I'm looking at two of them on my screen. These birdies are just hopping. I don't know what. It's like different kinds. You know. What's going on in them streets? Thank you for bearing with me, collective. I just wanted to open the channeling and just kind of like get that message out. So now we're getting to the questions, and the bell has officially rung. Yes, eat me, transference is real. That's for sure. Karma is real too. That's why we talk about, you know, you guys even referable to the dating scene. It's like, do you want to take on their karma just because they look good, just because that ass is fat? I mean, is it worth it? Is it worth your life force energy? Is it worth your creativity? Is it worth your mind? Right? You gotta ask those things and gotta know. All right, let's see here. All right, so I think the first in line here is M. Grace. Okay, let me see here. Oh, well, that's a yes. M. Grace. Okay. Huh. All right. Yes at the bottom of the deck too, babe. Good job. Congratulations. I claim next. Shoot. Go ahead. All right. Scrolling back to the second question. Or I scrolled past it. Hold on. Hold on. All right, so Cassandra. Okay, let's see here. Oh, a yes. Oh, I love this card for you. This is so you, Cassandra. But it's a yes. We got a yes with monies at the bottom of the deck for you, babe. Keep that faith. All right, you got this. All right, let's see here, Amy. Oh, no, you know what, Sean? I do have, you know what I did? They are real birds. I actually created the track, but no, that's not the birds outside. There's not that many. That'd be neat, though, if there were. But yeah, I was just like, I don't know. I was feeling that sometimes in the morning, I'm like, oh, let me just listen to the birds track. But yeah, they are real birds, but not the birdies that I'm looking at today. Okay, now let me see. I want to make sure. You're very welcome, Cassandra. You emailed me, Freaky J. Okay, thank you, babe. You're very welcome, M. Grace. Okay, now this is for Eat Me. Let me get back my. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let me see her Eat Me. Ooh. Yes, but you know what I'm getting with this Eat Me? You may have to actually, like, advocate to get that back. Okay, because this is talking about, every time I pull this card, you guys, I almost audibly hear, stand your ground, you know? So it's giving yes, right? But, and then the Hermit was at the bottom. Well, it's not now, but it was at the bottom of the deck, Eat Me. So I go, oh, you might have to actually, like, pry that a bit out of so-and-so something. Okay. Well, that's what I have for you, Eat Me. You thought it was the birds too, Freaky J? That's so funny. I wish. All right, let's see here. They just keep coming back. That's so funny. They're so cute. Okay, let's see here for Freaky J. Oop. That is too many. Hold on. Whole chunk came out. Hold on, Freaky J. I was like, what? Let me see if I can share. Hold on, let me see. I'll try to share this one. Okay, let me see. Oh, see? As soon as I go to try. Oh, wait, hold on, let me see. Dang. Okay, I did it again. I'm not going to do it. As soon as I go to try to share it, it pops out of view. It did it twice. So, and then it just showed me its ass. It popped its head back in view twice, and then after I'm talking about it, to explain why I just can't get it on camera. It's just not meant to be, right? But it just comes back and it's like, boom, with the booty. I'm like, okay, I get it. Okay, birdie, no problem. Ooh, we got nose, Jay. All right. But you know what? It's okay, because I think that's not in the best area. I think that's one of them areas where people just be casing. Like, oh, you think you moving in with all, and you gonna keep all your shit? You thought that was cute. Okay, now let me see here. Love and Light, Luke Lutheran. Love and Light. Okay, now let me see here. Said pop up on them. Don't start, and I won't be none, huh? Get your ish. Oh my goodness. I really do want to, I do want to know, because man, if y'all could have seen that bird drop, like it was like, huh, what in the AI? I've never, you know what it was like, you guys? Did you ever see, oh crap, what's the name of that movie? Because it was a jewel heist. Oh my God, I think was it Keanu Reeves in that movie? No. Okay, no. It was, what's his name? I'm not even gonna say his name, but it was Mission Impossible, right? They go in there like with the, like, you know, like all black on black on black, right? And they got like the zip lines and shit going. And they drop down over the floor because like the floor has like a bunch of lasers, and obviously you can't just walk in there and get the jewelry, right? Or the jewels or whatever they were looking to steal. But you know, whenever they just like really let down, it's not even a zip line. What's it called? Like a bungee, maybe like a bungee cord or something. I don't know if it's a bungee though, because it seems like it's not super bouncy. But it's almost like, psh, like they're just scaling down. That's exactly what the bird did. It just dropped. Like, it didn't fall. It just, I don't know why it would jump and just really. Maybe something was on the ground it needed, I guess, real quick or something. They are feeding, so that makes sense. All right, so do we have any other questions? Oh, you telling me about that one that I don't like, Jay? You got better things to do than to waste effort and energy. Because I mean, how they gonna be lying on you in the background, though? I don't like that. I don't like that for anybody. I don't like liars. That's whole energy nobody needs. Shit. Like, just tell the truth. Often it's painful enough. Why would you have to lie to create pain? You know what I mean? Trying to save face you don't have. Oh, ecstatic. Did you give the divine a figure, Sean? Right? Get specific, you guys. But not in a sense of like, bet you can't give me that much. You gotta believe. Try again. Okay, so we have a yes. But what I don't like is this, is a hell no. And don't you be that one, Sean. Okay, just lay it down and sleep. All right, like the royalty you are. Royalty don't stay up worrying about peasant-ish. You know what I'm saying? Divine royal beings are expected to live like that right now. And you know why? Because again, it's New Earth. She's fired. I like she's fired. Oh, I thought that was, you don't, oh, I don't know who you're referencing, Luke. Oh, I'm sorry that happened to you, babe. Okay. All right, you guys. Yeah, your dreams definitely, eat me, are very symbolic. You can't take them even in this specificity that they are appearing to you. So sorry for the noise, you guys. Okay, now let me see. If we don't have love and light, Mighty Bugsy, love and light, babe. You guys, the bell has rung. This is the final chance for this live stream because your girl's gonna hop off soon. So not to be pushy, but just to be informative. If you are interested in receiving a free yes and no tarot reading today, please check the live stream rules and follow all promptings. All right. They are located at the very bottom of that description box. So you do have to scroll because I have a lot to share with my collective who I very much love and light and appreciate. Okay. So thank you for appreciating your girl. And thank you for adhering to all aspects of the live stream rules. Okay. Have a phenomenal day, Luke. Love and light. Okay, let's see. Oh, hold on, you guys. My chat box only stays up for like a few seconds at a time. Okay, let me see. Will my new boss be hired outside the company? Will my new boss be hired outside the company? Okay, let me see. I'm not sure. I'll get an answer. I'm not sure I understand the question, but that's probably just on my end. I'm just... All right, let me see here. Okay, see, I'm grateful, you guys, not to stall. I'm not stalling. But I just want to make mention that in case anyone else was also low-key concerned, that wire definitely is not a hot or a live wire, because I did see another bird land on it and fly away quite nicely. So that must have just been some stealth mode jumper. Whoo-wee! I just never in my life saw, I was, and the speed. Oof. All right. So we do have a yes for M. Grace's, oh, excuse me, I'm saying M. Grace, my apologies, for Mighty Bugsy, right? There could be, you know, because again, this energy is still at the bottom of my deck, even though I shuffled several times, interestingly enough. This tells me that this could actually create a positive shift, all right, for, you know, maybe even the team or the company, right? Once this happens, referable to your boss currently being hired outside of it, okay? So again, and that was for Mighty Bugsy. My apologies, I misspoke. All right, let's see here. You're very welcome, Mighty Bugsy. All right, let's see here. The beautiful goddess. Isn't that... Okay, let me see. I thought I had one, but nope. All right, good intentions or no. Yes or no, good intentions. It's a no, you should walk away. Called judgment. All right, so it's like you know that though, right? Love and light, Freaky J. All right. So I think that's all we have in the queue, right, guys? For the free yes, no. I hope you guys, I hope each and every one of you got something out of today's session. I know I did. Love and light, Shizzy. So we did just finish up the general collective reading. The bell had rung for the free yes, no, right? So go on ahead and check the description box, Shazzy. And you're going to have to scroll all the way down for the actual live stream rules. Check those out and ask a question. You're very welcome, the beautiful goddess. Much love and light. You guys don't forget to drink your actual fruit juices too. That helps with hydration. Actually, more than water, believe it or not. You know, we're always talking about the body is made up of, you know, blah, blah, blah percentage of water, but it ain't H2O. It's really more likened to what is found in certain aspects of actual fruit juice, okay? So I don't know about you guys. I got my little mixture. Sometimes I like to pretend I'm on the island when I drink it. It's really just orange juice spiked with pineapple juice. I'm like, oh, I know the ocean is right beside me when I drink this. I know I'm happy near some sand when I drink. It's my manifestation juice. Right, like a lot of people don't know because I feel like it's probably not something that general consensus wants everyone to know. You know what I'm saying. But I'll tell it if no one else will. Some people actually, you know what? Not even to come for them. Some people, like, you know how you would say like island people, because there's more than one island. So like tropical places, they don't even necessarily drink water. They'll drink, you know, like out of the coconut, and they'll drink their fruit juices. And it's so funny because you guys, when you go to those resorts, no wonder you can find like whole things, like, you know how like for like people in the States, like you may go to like a 7-Eleven or I don't know, the bodega even, right? And you go to the slushy machine, the Slurpee machine, and you know how they have like those big containers and like it's a big dispenser thing. No, they'll set up like freaking cactus juice in one of them and like mango juice in another, right? Like they're so serious with it. And I'm like, oh, I get it now because they're staying hydrated. Think about it, they're on the island. Like even, you know, even Cancun comes to mind. Um, yes, simply orange, eat me, yes. Add a little coconut cream. Got a Bahama Mama. Shoot, add some coconut rum. You got a good time. No, let me stop. It's too early for that. Cassandra, you got me popping off on the left. Oh my goodness. All right, so if no one else has a question, no worries, right? But I do hope that you guys have a phenomenal day and week if this is where we leave off, okay? Indeed. Fruit every morning and make juice. Yes. Oh, I bet you that was some delectable juice. That's like some life force juice between the juice and grandma. Man, wish I had a cup. Okay, I am funny about my coconut too. Coconut flavoring, I'm like, no thanks, right? Coconut water, I'm really particular. If I'm being honest, you guys, I haven't even really found a brand that I really am like, gung-ho about. I just know some of the, and it's so unfortunate because it's like some of the cheaper versions, they're either actually not all the way healthy or they're just not a palatable taste for me. So there's that. The fruit tastes different than that. Yeah, because it's actual like fruit as the gods intended it to be, right? Sans pesticides and all of that, and sans, what do they call it? Like, not GMOs, but like, some people just need to leave well enough alone, trying to get hybrids of this, that, and the third, and it's like, okay, why when you could just eat this, that, and the third and keep it even more spicy? Like, why are you trying to dumb it down almost, right? To the point where it's like by the time the body ingests it, it's like, is this fruit? It's giving hybrid, but is it fruit? Right? You don't like the papaya here? Yeah, I think I would. Papaya, I think probably gets trumped out by mango in the States because I'm like, it's like the next best thing, right? But the papaya often is just, I don't know if they just don't allow for it to fully get right before they do whatever else to it or what, because a lot of times it's not even giving its consistency, it's yeah, in the US even, yeah. Oh, you got to do that, Cassandra, in the DR? That's awesome. I've never been to the Dominican Republic. I'd love to go. I know a lot of people that have gone or go repeatedly, right? And I've seen pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh. Anywhere where there's beach, I'm just like, yes, please and thank you. I so approve of this, right? Like, I literally am that one that is like at the edge of the ocean, like thanking the universe. And like, I just really will just have church by myself, okay, at the edge of the ocean as I please, whether it is broad daylight or pitch black at night, right? I'm just there, like, thank you. It's so my vibe, you guys. And it's so crazy because at the same time, I'm not unmindful of how scary AF the whole situation could become in a snap of a fingers, okay? Referable to what all might be in that water, whether related to plant animal kingdom or not, okay, just in general course. But it is what you make of it. And I don't, any chance I get to soak up any aspect of any beach, right? Doesn't even matter how crappy or how gloriously beautiful it is. I'm just like, thank you. Guys, I might have to get a sandbox here soon or something. Just be in the yard, like, pretending. Manifesting, making the delusion work for me. Happy as I please with my plastic shovel and my cup of juice. Oh, there's an idea for a live. You guys will love to watch that one, right? Me digging in the sand. Talking about, well, tarot's saying. That'd be fun. Now I actually kind of want to do that, you guys. I'm not going to lie. Sandbox. Tarot. Happy place. No. It is what you make of it, right? You only eat in the islands. You saying you only eat in the islands, or are you talking about the papaya, Sean? Right? We could sandbox time, sandbox party. Woo-hoo. It's all well and good until like what? The cats and the raccoons come. It's like, wait a minute, hold on. Oh, the papaya. Yeah, okay. I'm about to say, aren't you hungry? You need to. Yeah, I figured that's what you meant, though, Sean. That's funny. It said it tastes like booty. Freaky. Don't get somebody's story. You know, somebody out there thinks that tastes nice. Booty, 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 booty. Right? Mexico. Oh my gosh. I think one of my favorite things that I experienced in Cancun, referable to like the juice bar, was that freaking cactus juice. Like, golly. And it was like, I was so unhealthy then, like, literally just could not get around it. Physical was not giving. And I just remember being like, oh my God, my body needs it. I just was like, like they were trying to push the tequila. I was like, can I get the juice? Y'all don't want to see me on tequila anyway. They didn't know what they was asking for. I knew. So I did not oblige. Instead, stuck with the juice. Shoot, can't have me all the way out of control outside the country. Come on now. Cactus juice. Oh my gosh. I feel like it's better than aloe vera juice. If you've tasted that, Sean, it's kind of similar and like at least, well, I actually shouldn't say that because some aloe juice that you get does have the bits of it in. But if you know what I'm talking about, you guys, and you could take the bits out of the aloe juice version, it's likened to that of cactus, but for some reason, to me, it tastes a little bit sweeter, just a little bit sweeter than the aloe vera juice, if that makes sense. Is juice until you're blessed. Here's the thing, I can't even drink like that. Like I will drink on vacation, but usually I can't even drink like all like that because I really need to be at the beach, and that really means you've got to be in that sunlight a lot. I never really understood how people could really get it in like the heat, summertime vibes, like outdoors situations, because for me, I feel like it'd be me literally ordering up a whole host of heat stroke or something, because just trying to maintain hydrated on the daily seems to be a task for me. So I know better than to be like walking up to the sun, you know, just dried out already kind of thing, right? I don't know how people do that. I'm like, what the heck? And for me, I feel like the heat makes me like feel a little bit off faster. So it's like, do you really need to overarch it and hurt yourself? Right? Love and like country love. You have cactus tuna in your freezer? What is a cactus tuna? I never heard of that. I mean, I've heard of cactus and tuna. I have to look into that one. I learn something new every day, they say. I don't mind. That's why I love these lives, you guys. We get to come on and chat it up, and we get to learn. You beach every day when you're in Florida? I sure would too. Shoot. I sure would too. Might dress up like a dolphin and all that. I've done it before. You guys, one of my last, well, no, hold on, because I did go to the beach in Cali, so that would have been my last beach trip. But the beach trip prior to that was Atlantic City, you guys. And I think I shared footage with you guys for some of the visualization. I'm not trying to say visualization. I'm trying to say visualizer. Oh, Mercury. Okay. And I was dressed up in a dolphin suit, and you guys, I was actually having a really bad day. I had lost something that, you know, was near and dear to me, and there's just, you know, no getting it back. So I know that I get something even better, right? But it took me a minute to work through that, right? But I don't want to like allow for anything or anyone to actually like ruin my life, my vibes, my happiness, and damn sure my vacation, right? So of course I pick myself up by the bootstraps, and I'm like, okay, we're just going to continue to do what we came here to do, which is have fun, right? And I was dressed as a dolphin, and this couple comes up, these senior citizens, and they're like, can we take a picture with you? Like, I thought this is so funny, because I know the universe like probably set them in just to be like, you know what, you're gonna be okay. Look how, you know, you can make fun here and you can engage with others and it doesn't have to be a bad time. And I'm like, yeah. It's just so funny because I don't know if they thought I was working at like one of the I have no idea, but they just really, really wanted a picture with me. So the husband's there, like with the camera. I'm just like, oh, come in, I'll give you a hug. You know, we could do it. I have no idea why they wanted a picture of me, but it's so funny. Country love, you research and you go to a nude beach. Wow, that is brave. I feel like I don't want to see probably most of that. So personally, it's not really palatable. However, I would love, I mean, this is kind of TMI, but I love the idea of skinny dipping. But of course, in my version, it's damn sure pitch black out. Like we could look at the stars, right? But I'm not really trying to be all highlighted. So I feel like it's only fair if you're not really one to like share that you shouldn't go to the nude beach. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, you know, how are you going to be there clothed and then judging everyone else? No, let me stop. Oh, yeah, I didn't even think of that. Maybe that's like I don't know, would that be like a European thing, you think? Like where they're just like, ah, just everybody's naked, it's fine, right? Oh, that's so great, country love. I love that when people actually are authentic enough to tell another person the pleasantries that they're thinking about them. You know how many people just stare at people? How many times I get stared at and they're just like, and growing up, I, you know, was not as built up, right? I didn't have the even ability back then. This is, you know, many years ago to even know what to do to even build myself up. So, of course, I was in a much more broken state, right? But I would almost kind of like assume that if they're staring at me, it's because something's wrong, they're disapproving, they hate the way that I look, right? But really, that was, you know, and I on the back end, everything's 2020, like hindsight is 2020. I was really like projecting the very ideas and ideals that I had about myself, right? So was projecting and just hurting me even more. And that's why we talk about, you know, things like that similarly on this channel, because I don't want anyone else doing that. I had to find out the hard way how not to do that, right? So once I know, of course, you know, who am I not to actually like share that if it helps another? So um, but yeah, now I just go, oh yeah, I'm that baddie. Like you can't. I'm so much you can't even speak to me, obviously, right? But the old me, you know what I mean? Which you know, it's so sad how sometimes if you really don't do the work and you don't have someone to assist you or redirect you, you know, where you can really kind of even just in your mental space alone take yourselves, and it can be not pretty, right? But again, once you know better, right? That's why I love to talk about it because we know better now, and so of course we're doing better, and of course we will continue to do so, right? Um, but yeah, and people are just not always authentic enough to even tell another that they're thinking. They don't want to even get caught looking, right? It's like, so you thought God made beauty for us to just ignore them? That's odd, right? I always give compliments as well, but you know what? I was not always good at receiving them. I didn't feel worthy enough. It's like, oh, you're probably just trying to be nice. It's like, oh, you just say that because like you're my friend, right? How sad is that though, you know? I mean, not to be judgy against myself, but I do like to you know, be vulnerable to show you guys that, you know, doing the work does help. Nowadays, you know, people might look at me and say, oh, she's so arrogant. Who does she think she is? And who I am is somebody who did the work, and I know my worth now because of it. And I want nothing less than at least that for you. So that's why we talk about these things so often. I'm not arrogant. I don't even rock with that spirit. In fact, I loathe it. And I've encountered it many times. Outside of myself, of course. Oh, you model the Europeans, they do topless a lot. Mm. Ooh. Said I popped out the rest of the crowd. Go ahead, country love said I popped out. As you shouldn't, unapologetically. All right. You've gone skinny dipping. I never got to do it. I mean, I don't know. I never got to do a lot of things, really, but oh well. I'm sure I will someday. I mean, I want to do it safely. Like, I don't want to come out with a bunch of leashes. Leashes or leeches up my ass. Ouch. Sir, where are you putting that? But yeah. Oh my goodness. You don't like the aloe vera juice, eat me? But you'll use the I never thought to do that, just to cut up the leaves and almost kind of cube it out, like pretend ice cube versions. Huh. That's pretty neat. Sometimes I really am in the mood for aloe vera juice, and other times I just wish perhaps the bits weren't in it, because it's kind of like off-putting. You get something dislodged back there quickly or something, you know, like, oh crap, I just was really thirsty and thought I could just chug at this a little bit, you know, and you're like, So again, the cactus juice, none of that. It's so good. So hydrating. Yikes. And you know why? Probably because going back to that whole fruit thing, it's probably a lot likened to just the straight aspect. I forget the actual name, or like the scientific name, or like what they actually call it. So I'm dumbing it down by saying water aspect of fruit. It's not what they say. But that would be like, it would have to be similar because it's still vegetation, even though it's a cactus. And often, I mean, cactus are notorious for like sustaining themselves by housing that type of water. It's not water. Okay. Water. So, and I have not been able to find it since coming back to the States. So if you guys see that, let me know. Not the aloe vera juice, but the cactus juice. I have not been able to find it. I've even checked even certain like juice bars. They could like, oh, maybe they'd have like a niche thing, you know. Nope, not inside the States anyway that I found. So let me know if you guys see it, okay? Because I could use a whole dose. All right. Oh, they didn't want to use the old people didn't want to use the beautiful pool. I thought they utterly do like the water, because shoot, it's better than gravity. I know that's why I like it. You skinny dipped in Mexico? Oh my god, you guys, let me tell you about okay, so one time like I was at this resort. I think it was like a Rio Palace resort, and I was on vacation with my kid, and we were in the pool at night because a lot of people were, you know, they were drinking, partying, and doing stuff in the other like resort areas, like the clubs and things. But you could, it was cool because you could still see through, because they didn't have walls everywhere. It was like an open floor plan type of thing. And of course, the music's blaring, so we're like listening to like Pitbull and all this stuff. You know, it's like party vibes. But it's nighttime, okay? And we're in the pool, not the ocean, but it was like an infinity pool, one of the many that they had there. So it was kind of neat because, especially at nighttime, you could be in the pool, but like visually, the way it was set up, you could like use the trick of the eye to be like, yeah, I'm in the ocean, which was like so high vibes for me because it took away like it took away the risk factor of like if you were literally in the ocean water at nighttime when you can't see anything, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, yes, and my kid like loved that just the same, because it was like this, she does not even really like to engage with ocean water. Too risky for her. I get it though, but anyways, so we're like swimming, having a great time, and we're looking at the ocean because, again, pretending in the illusion that we're in it, right? Making it fun. All of a sudden, I kid you not, you guys, and I was absolutely sober. Okay, these men came out of the ocean. There was three of them, and we're like, where did they come from? There's no boat. However, I forget how far away it was, and it was not a short distance. There was an island that was built up with, like, I guess it had, supposedly had like a mall on it and some other things, right? It's like a touristy, like they would take ferries over there and you could like spend the day, blah, 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 right? We didn't make it over there, but these men must have come from that island. It's the only thing I can logically think, okay? Because there's no freaking boat and it is dark. It is pitch black, okay? Like from water to sky, same color, right? I was like, what? I was so grateful I was not by myself because I might have actually thought that I was having some form of fever dream. I might have requested a hospital stay. Like, it was like so off putting. Like, what are you talking about right now? Like, what are we seeing? What is this, right? I'm not even done. They get out of the water, all three of them, like it's like routine clockwork. I'm like, huh? What? I'm like looking around to see, like, do any of the workers see this? Are we getting invaded? Is there, because I forgot to mention this part. In around this time, literally, they were looking for El Chapo. So we were going through, like, being driven from, like, we had a couple of excursions. We were going through Cancun City a couple times to get to some of the cenotes and things, on our way to excursions. And, they're out there with the AK-47s, like, checking cars, like it's like a DUI checkpoint. It's like, oh my God. Like, they literally checked our van, okay? Because they're looking for this El Chapo. And I'm seeing three men emerge from this. I'm like, hold on, because they're silhouetted. So I'm like, is this Chapo? Like, is this, I don't know, right? They get up onto our private beach and they, like clockwork, go and locate like tools and things. Like, one of the guys grabbed a rake and starts raking the beach by hand. I'm like, oh my God, they swim to work here. All right. And what I couldn't fathom as well was somehow they kept their joint, as it were, dry, because they come out of the water and the one guy just stands on the beach and lights up while the other one goes, gets the rake. And I'm like, what is anybody, what? How is that? What is that? Right? Had questions. Still don't know exactly how they went back or what happened to them, because they were there for like hours. I mean, I guess they literally was working. Could you imagine having to swim through the ocean at night to get to your second job or third job of the day, perhaps? Like, oh my God. So, wow, right? And then I was like, one thing I didn't really enjoy about Mexico, if I'm being honest, is the fact that they work their people so hard, that the people are like coded to like put the fakest smile on their face while they like blood, sweat, and tear it out for like hours, days and night and days. I'm like, oh my God, I'm there like thinking, this is why, because we come here to like be tourists and be like lazy and be like, while they blood, sweat, and tear and are stuck there. So I like literally had to work through that. I was like praying for people that I didn't even know, that I didn't even talk to, because I was just like, this is not okay. Like, oops, like I didn't realize, right? Because sometimes you don't really realize like what you're contributing to until you see it for yourself, and you're just like, oh my goodness. But then again, it's like, if you take all that away, they've got nothing to work. Bittersweet this world can be, right? But it is what you make of it. And of course, I was, of course, able to get into my good graces and have a great time anyhow. But I really did respect those people. You felt like that too, Cass, in the DR. It's so noticeable. Like, I witnessed people just put like the equivalent of like at least 3 to 4. I'm not even exaggerating. Like 3 to 4. Like, imagine if it was like cases of like soda, right? Strap 3 to 4 of them on your back, not a dolly, on your back, kind of thing. And it's like, and smile. I'm like, oh my God, like the way I couldn't even mask up that hard. Like, I'm so serious. And then, like the little bit that they're making, they're taking to like probably like 50 people at home. It's like, oh my God. You know? Yeah. Oh, it's like that on the cruise. Oh, please don't tell me that country love, because that's on my bucket list. I never made it to a cruise yet. But man, now that makes me think like I probably wouldn't. And I'm too observant. Like, I just, I read the room like energetically. I can't not know usually what's going on or who's being oppressed, right? And the second I find evidence of oppression, I'm just already like miffed, vexed in spirit, right? Like, no, this is abhorrent. right? I don't want to see this. But, you know, and then it's almost like if you even try to, you know, like advocate for those people, it would just be, you know, they'd look at those people as, you know, a threat, a problem, and would most assuredly be removed. So it's like you just, sometimes all you can do, you guys, is place your prayers and petitions before divinity and expect divinity to know exactly what to do and who to take out and who to put in. You know what I mean? Like to just make positive change. Because at the end of the day, you know, we all have our soul contract to live out, right? And so, you know, you just hope that those people, you know, get some sort of breakthrough assistance and really, you know, don't give up hope so that they can continue to action out a better path. And that's exactly what we have come to do and have been doing for quite some time. So I do like to talk about it because it's not necessarily the easiest thing to do. That's why you can see evidence of whole groupings of individuals, you know, even from one generation to the next, not actioning out that tough lesson, right? That struggle, that strife that we even talked about in today's live session. It is a process and it's not for the faint at heart. You definitely have to understand that give up is not on the menu. And you definitely have to understand that because that is a fact for you, you're capable of doing anything you set out to come to do. You just have to believe and then action it out, right? And I know I make it sound a little simple, but please know, I know it's not literally just the snap of the fingers. But however, as you build yourselves up, it does kind of start to pretend to feel like it was that easy. So take that solace, if you will, right? I can't promise you roses and candy every day, you guys. You know, I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. You don't like being able to walk off? Oh. I think that in order to have a great cruise experience, you would almost assuredly have to go into it without focusing on the restrictions of same, right? I mean, you get on a bus, you can't get off until somebody lets you off. You you know, you get in a vehicle to go somewhere. You're not usually exiting the vehicle before you've arrived. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Maybe that could be even connected to past life energy. If it's like, you know, and maybe you were on the Titanic. You're like, hell no, I ain't gonna be Rose again. Right? She can keep that necklace if she gotta. But oh, Cassandra, that reminds me of that beautiful picture you have with that dress. I don't know if it's like if you would say it was like peach colored or not, but oh my gosh. That is very Rose-esque, if I do say so myself, referencing the Titanic, right? Um, you struggled in joy, and did you feel trapped, Cassandra? Huh. Maybe that's why I've yet to go. Maybe I wouldn't enjoy it. I mean, I'm really not claustrophobic. I love the water. I don't know. Part of me, I think, would be like, no, this is cool. Like the sea is finally all around me, but like as safe as possible, and not really like ultimately towards my detriment. Hopefully not, right? I don't know. I just really am connected to the water. I really do enjoy having access to, you know, nature's elements. But you know, I'm an earth sign and I do have water placement, so I guess that makes sense. But yeah. All right, let's see here. So, you guys, it's been wonderful chatting with you, and I really appreciate you coming on and saying your piece and engaging and loving and lighting each other, as well as your girl. Gosh, it's been a great Monday so far. And let's keep it that way, right? We're in charge, regardless of anything or anyone outside of ourselves, right? Oh, let's see what. Oh my God, I would love. Yeah, I see. I'd be with Country on that deck. Like, yeah, this is great. This is great. I'd be talking to the universe. The universe would be sick of me by the time I step off that boat. I'd be like, oh, thank you. I love you so much. People be looking at me like, she crazy, ain't she? Like, for the divine, yes, I am. Right? Call me crazy if you gotta, but all right, you guys, it's been real. And I'm really looking forward to the next live stream. Send some light your I'm sending light your way, send some light your girl's way, so that we can really kind of seal in those juices of the high vibes, right? And just write it out as we should, and unapologetically. All right, I'm here for you guys. You know how to reach me if you should have need. All right, love and light, definitely mean that.